Tarot Parlor, and this is your reading for August. Interesting. August 2019. And I, like you, am also of the sun sign Cancer, so it's my reading as well. So what I'm doing is I want to wish you all a happy Lunsa, happy harvest season, happy Lammas to start it out. The wheel of the year has turned again and is bringing us into the first harvest. And so as a result of that, I am looking at the magic of the season and what type of magic is coming in for you this August 2019. So we've got two cards instead of one here, and of course I'm calling on the guides of the astrological sign of Cancer to just help me channel the interpretation of these magical cards here. And as you can see, one is the Watchtower of the North and winter time, but also the Watchtower of the North is really associated with the earth too. So bringing in anything, doing some earth magic, bringing in anything, and also what I'm getting, and I see we chose another card here. They inspired me to choose a second card for Cancer. And just to help lend some clarity here. So really, this is all about nature. This is all about the God, and they just gave me this beautiful vision of a stag in the middle of the forest. And so really the Lord of the forest here. So this is getting into that element of nature. So August is going to bring you into that magic. Anything that you into that natural magic, using the natural world, really, really deeply connecting in with the earth. So if there's any way that you can bring in this element of the earth into your spell casting, into your magical workings, really grounding your magic in the element of earth is what I'm hearing. That would be a wonderful thing for you to do. If you're not considering doing any spell work or spell casting in the month of August, then just commune with earth and nature. Get out, walk in the forest, you know, listen to the trees. Really deeply connect with those beings. And of course, most of you know me as the fairy witch. It's like I'm always out there connecting with the elements, elementals, and the world of fairy around us. So I encourage you to do the same, to really just enjoy being out in nature. You know, another element of the watchtower of this particular card, like it says, is winter time. And so it is about harnessing this last little bit of light here, this last energy from the sun that we're getting as we begin to move into the darker time of the year. So we really want to kind of soak up all of that sun, all of that vital energy that we get, especially during the time of Leo when the sun is in its own sign. So get out there, have fun, connect in with the Lord of the forest, you know, bringing in that masculine element also to our workings and to our life, just to create that balance between, you know, the God and the goddess, the masculine and the feminine, the light and the dark. So that is the magic that is moving through the month of August for you, Cancer. So now let's go ahead and see what the your reading has to say for you, has to offer you for the month of August. I would like to take this time to remind you that this is just a general reading for Cancer, so it may resonate with some of you and some not. I also encourage you to look at your rising sign and your moon sign just to get a little more depth of a read for yourself and to kind of help you navigate the month of August. See how things are going. Okay, and it lands right here. Wonderful. We can already see with 2 10s, we've got the ending of a cycle and the opening of a new cycle. Beautiful. Okay, so moving through this, and actually we have 4 10s here. We've got the 10 of chalices, and we've got the 10 of swords, and we've got the 10 of wands. The 10 of swords I'm not too worried about. Don't let that alarm you. It is the end of a cycle, but it's in your hopes or fears. So it's like, Cancer, we've been through a lot. It's been a rough year. Last year was a rough year. So it's about time to be putting this cycle of difficulty into the past and behind us. And so I think we're all hoping for that. Um, and, keeping with that energy and that flow of energy here, it's like bringing in that newness. And I don't know about you, but I certainly feel that there's like this beautiful new energy that's on the horizon that's just about to open up. And, so I'm going to start here with the 5 of chalices in the recent past. And this is like moving on. And really, it's just about moving on from an emotional loss, emotional situation. It could be a relationship, and it just could be life changes in general. You may be changing location, geographical location of where you live. You may be changing jobs. You may be changing just the course of your life. But whatever it is, it's like you have you left it behind. You're looking at what you still have left and moving forward. And since this is in the recent past, we know you've already experienced this. You've already invoked the energy of this card. And the beautiful thing is, here you are, Cancer, the 10 of chalices. So, with this conclusion, and this may be in your life right now, or it may be setting the stage for this, which is happiness and commitment around home and around family, and really beginning to feel the that just pleasure and joy energy that comes in, and that contentment. So that feels lovely. And what's hovering over it is the wheel of fortune. So, just as the wheel is always turning, we can see destiny right here. So we know that the hand of destiny is at play, that fate is at play, and that there are going to be opportunities that are going to unveil themselves. Yeah, I feel like with it in this position, we know it's going to be around, um, that the heart, the energy of the heart, family relationships, home, that contentment. And so we know that there are people and places that are lining up for us right now that we're about to meet. And that's what the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune upright is indicating very positive. As the wheel turns, moving us forward, you know, um, we're just moving further down the path of destiny. And so that's a beautiful thing. On that note, the path we're on now, the 7 of Swords is reminding us not to get too complacent in the fact that things are starting to move in the right direction, and be careful of those people that we meet, maybe for the first time, or even people that are known entities around us. Be careful of their intentions, what they're about, what their motivations are in our lives. Okay, because there's a certain amount of deception in this card, in the 7 of Swords. So you want to pay attention to that. You want to look out for that. You also, with the other cards that are surrounding it, I'm not seeing a heavy energy of deception. It's like, just be careful of people's motivations. You don't want to be taken advantage of. There may be something going on with this card. There may be something going on legally in the legal field, and you may have a case that is moving through the court system. And so, and also given with the recent pass of the 5 of Chalices, it could even be the dissolution of a marriage. And if that's the case, then just be cautious, because sometimes there's a tendency when things are going well, especially for us Cancerians, we want to believe the best in people, to be a little too trusting. So just keep keep an eye open in that case. And so right here we can see in the immediate future the Judgment card. So this is all about new awakenings, new beginnings. It is about that, entering into a new life and a new phase of life. Okay, it's akin to rebirth, but not really. It's more of and traditionally it's more like a resurrection. So with this card, I always see that element of the phoenix rising from the ashes, and just in emerging into this new life and these new beginnings and this new stage of life. And with all the tens that we've already seen in this reading, we can tell that there's definitely a phase or a cycle that's ending. And so this new cycle, this phoenix rising from the ashes, is coming, and it's coming into play very soon. Probably around the middle of August, you're going to feel that energy of um, you know rebirth, not even, I don't want to say rebirth because that's more of the death card. It really is resurrection. It's like you're carrying with you all of the same elements as from before, but just making it better. So the new you is about to emerge, Cancerian, and so celebrate the new you as you come into your own. Okay, and of course, I'm just looking at, we've got three major arcana cards. So the Hand of Destiny is really making itself visible for you, Cancer, right now. And we can see where you are and how you're seeing yourself right now in the Star card, which just brings in this beautiful element of healing after a long struggle. So feeling that hope for a bright future after a lot of loss. A lot of loss and a lot of grief and a lot of pain. So you're able to see that this beautiful healing balm of energy coming down from the stars and just settling into your auric field and really bringing in all kinds of healing, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, very soul healing and cleansing as well. So, keeping in focus with that, this may be a good time for you to focus on your own self nurturing and self care. So, go get a massage or a facial, or take a nice long walk in the woods, whatever it is that is very soothing to you, that really brings you back to that, like something that really soothes your soul. Because that's what needs to happen, Cancer. It's been too long, too much heaviness. And so there's a soul healing that needs to take place at a very, very deep level. And it's starting to enter in this August, and you can feel it. And then here in your environment, it opens up this beautiful spark of something new. This new insight, new beginnings, the feeling of action, the feeling of this new phase that we were talking about a minute ago opening up. And so that comes in with a very fiery, passionate energy that just begins to move itself forward. And once again, there's this deeper soul awakening that I sense for you, Cancer. Um, and it really is happening at a very heart level and a soul level. So, along with, once again, with the Judgment card here in these awakenings, it's like there is more of your authentic self that you're going to bring forth and share with the greater community, the rest of the world. So it's like you're going to turn your own personal healing into healing for those around you at a greater level. And then the final outcome card here, which is the Ten of Wands. So this, Cancer, is just another reminder: don't bite off more than you could chew. Don't take more on. There's a tendency to do a lot. There's a lot that's going to be happening this month. And I do see like new ideas. I do see new opportunities around work, around business, and even around your social calendar. And just a lot of loose ends to tie up, it feels like, as well. But don't take too much on, because otherwise, by the end of August, you're going to be in this energy and you're going to be feeling this oppressive energy of the Ten of Wands. Okay, and the last thing that you need right now is to, make yourself vulnerable to, becoming physically ill, or, or just emotionally depleted and distressed, because you've taken on too many projects, or you've overcommitted yourself in August. So let's go ahead. I'm really curious about these two cards in conjunction with each other right now, and how they're going to play out. And once again, we've got number 10 and number 20. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune that's bringing in this beautiful, amazing energy of destiny and the hand of fate at play. And then this beautiful energy of resurrection, the phoenix rising from the ashes and the whole new you. So, somewhere between these two cards is that spiritual journey that you're on right now, that you're moving through. And it's really interesting, because I can hear the voice of spirit right now speaking and saying, and don't rush it. Enjoy every moment of it, every step of the way, and just allow it to unfold and unveil itself to you, because there are many hidden mysteries in the depth of this journey. And I know we're only talking about August here, but there's going to be a lot of awakenings, which is part of the Judgment card. And there's also going to be many, many signs and synchronicities along the way. So you don't want to miss any of this, these like delicious and potent, um, signs or symbols, or feelings that are going to be just um, presenting themselves to you as you move along the path this August. And so I want to look a little bit deeper into this card as the conjunction, because I love the beauty of this energy, of this sort of destined resurrection. And like I said, I don't want to use the term rebirth, because I feel like it's so much more, because it is the return. I just heard the return of the king or the return of the queen. It is the return. It is the return of the Cancerian. So let's just look at any other cards that illuminate this path. Okay, beautiful. So we have in combination the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So both of those are like beautiful energy, very, very earthy energies. With the Queen of Pentacles, I'm really getting the feeling of Mother Nature here, and opening up to, once again, anything bringing in that element of earth, and Mother Nature and abundance. And I'm also seeing right here with this 9, we've got another closing of the cycle, and Pentacles. So being able to look over everything that you have achieved, all those achievements, and some of them may be material achievements, some of them may come in the realm of finances and success around that, but for the most part, I feel like the achievements are going to resemble all of the hard work that you've done, all of the inner work that you've done on yourself, and all of that personal growth that has come, with this resurrection of self, into, a whole new you. So you're going to be able to really celebrate that too. And, With I'm also seeing here we have the Page of Swords or the Knave of Swords and bringing in the Strength card, the Knave of Swords ushering in the Strength card. So you may find with this that other people are starting to get really curious and are beginning to watch you, or you're beginning to draw the attention of friends and family and maybe the greater community at large are looking at you in a different way and saying, wow, something has really changed with them. What is it? What's going on? There's something new and awe inspiring happening in their life right now. They've really come into their own, they've really ascended into this whole new level of being um, on this planet right now. So, yeah, stepping into a whole new vibrational level. And then we can feel it too as this ushers in the Strength card, which just brings you into that place of um, being able to bring in those blessings from above, those divine blessings from above, and really know exactly where and how to place them in your day to day reality. But most of all, there's a level of self mastery that you've attained over your emotions, lower, more base emotions and thoughts and physical drives. It's like you are in command now. You have the strength, you are in command, your higher self is running the show. And you of course we're always still going to be challenged. We're always on a path of self-mastery down here, so there's always going to be those challenges. But now you've been given some more tools to help you on the journey, and you're not going to so easily fall into those lower emotions, physical, emotional, and the mental. They're not going to be running the show as much. You're going to be running them from that silent master within is going to be giving all the directives and the direction in your life. So beautiful energy, beautiful reading for you, Cancer. And just, stay in this energy and look to what's coming. This month, August, is really more about your spiritual journey than it is about anything really showing up for you in physical reality. Of course, there are going to be things that are going to be the physical manifestations of the journey that you have been on and that you are on. But you're really going to feel more of an internal shift. And it is going to be a huge internal shift. And that will culminate at the end of August. I do get a sense and a feeling that it sort of spills over into September and possibly even into the months to come, because this is such a monumental shift. Um, as I said, the phoenix is rising from the ashes here for you, Cancer. So, beautiful reading for you, Cancer, for the month of August. And once again, this is Rowan at the Tea Leaves and Tarot Parlor. And just a reminder that Gaia and I are available for private readings, and we can do them by phone or over the internet, and of course in person. Just go ahead and drop us an email or a phone call, and we will schedule something for you. All right, thank you for being here at the Tea Leaves and Tarot Parlor YouTube channel and watching. If you've enjoyed your readings, please subscribe or give us a like, and we will see you in September.